Imagine reaching into your pocket for a simple nickel, only to realize later that you were holding a small fortune, a life-changing miracle disguised as everyday spare change. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, today, you're about to discover the unbelievable truth behind a rare and extraordinary 2022 Jefferson nickel-era coin, one that the market values today at a staggering $966,000. Yes, almost $1 million. And before you ask, no, this isn't a fairy tale, and no, you don't need to call your bank. At least not yet. But you might want to check your coin jars, old wallets, and that mysterious miscellaneous drawer everyone pretends isn't messy. What you're about to learn isn't just another coin video. This is the story of an overlooked treasure, a hidden opportunity, and a reminder that wealth often sits quietly in the places we ignore the most. And if you're someone who wants to sell old and rare coins, someone who dreams of stepping into a wealthy lifestyle built on smart decisions and rare discoveries, then stay with me, because this story will reshape the way you look at every coin you touch from this moment forward. But before we go deeper, ask yourself this. If a simple nickel can be worth nearly $1 million, what else in your life might be quietly holding extraordinary value? That question is the heartbeat of today's journey. Act 2, the discovery, the mystery, the rising stakes. Now, let's step into the world of the 2022 Jefferson nickel, a coin minted in Philadelphia that, under normal circumstances, would be just another common piece of modern currency. But in rare, almost miraculous instances, something went wrong during the minting process. And unlike most mistakes in life, this one didn't cost the US Mint money. It created an opportunity for collectors to gain it big time. This particular error is no ordinary flaw. It's a dramatic, unmistakable minting anomaly that turns the coin from a 5-cent piece into a high-demand collector's masterpiece. The kind of error that makes serious coin experts lean forward in their chairs, makes investors quietly clear their schedules, and makes auction rooms buzz with electricity. When these coins appear, they don't simply get noticed, they get pursued. The fascinating part is how quickly demand has risen. In the past year alone, advanced collectors and private buyers have aggressively competed over rare modern errors, pushing values higher and higher. And the 2022 Jefferson nickel error has become the center of that storm. With a documented current market value of $966,000, this coin has positioned itself as one of the most desirable modern US Mint errors ever seen. But here's where it gets thrilling, because the story isn't about something locked away in a museum or owned by an unreachable billionaire. This is about a coin you could have already handled. A coin still circulating. A coin that may be hiding exactly where you least expect it. And if your heart just beat a little faster, good. That's your instinct reminding you that opportunity rarely knocks twice. Let me interrupt your attention for just a second. Has a nickel ever made you this nervous? Don't worry, if your hands are already reaching for your pocket, that's completely normal. We've all done it. Act 3, the transformation, the call, the wealth mindset. Now we arrive at your part in this story. Because a coin like this doesn't just appear. It's found. It's recognized. It's claimed by someone who knows what they're looking for. Someone who understands that wealth often comes to the prepared mind. Someone perhaps exactly like you. The truth is, rare coins aren't just money, they're opportunity. They're doors. They're pathways to the lifestyle so many people dream about but never take the time to step toward. The 2022 Jefferson nickel error represents more than its almost $1 million value. It represents what happens when you open your eyes to hidden value all around you. And here's where everything connects. The people who succeed in selling old and rare coins, the people who create life-changing results from their collections, the people who move from ordinary life to wealthy, confident, abundant living, they all share one thing. They stay curious. They stay alert. They stay willing to look at the things most people ignore. This nickel is not just a rare coin. It's a reminder that your future wealth begins with what you notice today. You don't need luck. You need awareness. Before we close, let me leave you with one more moment of humor, because after talking about nearly $1 million, you might be feeling your pulse in places you didn't know had nerves. So here's a thought. If a 5-cent coin can pay off your mortgage, imagine what your other coins are capable of. Maybe it's time to look at your change like it owes you money, because sometimes it does. And so your journey continues from here. Maybe you'll check your drawers tonight. Maybe you'll look at your coins a little differently. Maybe you'll discover something extraordinary. Maybe this year becomes the year you unlock your wealth story. All it takes is one coin, if you're ready for more discoveries. More rare coins, more opportunities, and more ways to step confidently into the wealthy life you deserve. Stay with this channel. Your next breakthrough could be one video away. Imagine holding a coin so ordinary, so invisible in daily life, that you've probably handed one to a cashier without a second thought. And now imagine realizing that one of those simple nickels, specifically the USA 2000p Jefferson nickel with a rare mint error, is selling in the private market for nearly $965,000. Yes, almost $1 million for a 5-cent coin. Feels impossible? That's exactly what every collector who missed out once thought. But today, you're not going to miss out. Welcome back to the channel, where we inspire everyday Americans, especially those of you between 30 and 65 who want financial freedom, who want to sell old coins for life-changing money, and who believe it's never too late to live wealthy, to unlock the hidden treasures already in your home. Now prepare yourself, because what I'm about to tell you may make you rush to your junk drawer immediately. And hey, if you're tempted to pause the video and start digging for nickels already, go ahead. I'll wait. Just kidding, don't leave me yet. What you're about to learn could be the difference between finding a nickel and finding a fortune. Let's begin the journey of the 2000p Jefferson nickel, the coin that turned pocket change into a luxury lifestyle. The year 2000 was symbolic, a new century, a new economy, and for the Philadelphia Mint, a year that unintentionally created one of the most valuable modern coin errors on the market today. Collectors know it, dealers whisper about it, and the elite private buyers chase it like a rare gem. This coin isn't valuable because of age. It's valuable because of a high-profile minting flaw so dramatic, so visually unusual, that it transformed an everyday nickel into a 6-figure investment. Certain examples of the 2000p nickel were struck with what experts believe to be a deep die clash and misalignment combination, creating highly visible distortions on both sides of the coin. And in the world of modern US coinage, dramatic errors like these don't just happen. They slip through by accident or fate. Collectors go crazy for these because they're not common. They're not predictable. They're not replicable. And once they're found, that's it. No more. The scarcity triggers fear, the good kind. The fear of missing out. The fear that someone else finds the treasure before you do. And at the same time, it triggers excitement. The excitement of knowing something others don't. The excitement of holding a forgotten piece of value that the rest of the world has overlooked. And let's be real, nothing beats the thrill of telling your friends, "Yeah, I sold a nickel for almost $1 million. That's lifestyle-changing power." Now, before you think, why would anyone pay that much? Let me interrupt with a question. Have you ever seen a collector spend thousands on a baseball card or millions on a piece of art? Exactly, people pay high prices for rarity, story, and prestige. And this coin has all three. The last confirmed private sale of the rare 2000p Jefferson nickel error hit an astonishing $965,000, and serious buyers continue to hunt them down because of the intensity of demand and the limited supply. Imagine that, a coin printed for 5 cents, now an elite collector's trophy. Now here's where your life can take an extraordinary turn. Right now, as you watch this, you might already own this coin. It may be resting in a jar, a drawer, an old wallet, or buried deep inside a dusty box from years ago. These high-value error coins surface unpredictably, and the moment they hit the market, buyers move fast. Collectors are constantly checking auctions. Wealthy investors are ready to pay instantly. The demand is rising, not declining. This isn't just about selling a coin. This is about stepping into a lifestyle shift, imagining what $965,000 could do: a debt-free life, a new business, a luxury home upgrade, or simply the freedom to live without financial fear. This coin holds the potential to open that door, but only if you look for it. So here's your moment. This is where your story turns. Your future wealth could be sitting in your home right now. Let someone else. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, reaching into an old jar of forgotten change, and discovering a single coin, just one, that could instantly rewrite your financial destiny. A coin so rare, so mysterious, and so shockingly valuable that collectors across the country would line up for the chance to pay nearly $1 million. Today, you're about to discover how the ordinary-looking 1995 P. Jefferson nickel became one of the most sought-after error coins in American numismatics, with a current market value soaring to an unbelievable $987,000. Yes, almost $1 million, hiding in plain sight. And the truth is, it could be sitting closer to you than you think. Act 1 begins not with a museum or a vault or the hands of a billionaire collector. It begins with something far more humble, a handful of pocket change. The 1995 P. Jefferson nickel was never supposed to become a treasure. Yet here it is, one of the most desired error coins in the United States. Some people spend years chasing wealth. Others simply stumble across it. But those who understand the power of rare coin errors know that a single discovery can transform their lives forever. That's why right now, smart collectors, investors, and everyday Americans looking for their breakthrough moment are searching relentlessly for this remarkable coin. Before we go further, here's a quick pattern interrupt. When was the last time you actually checked your spare change instead of tossing it onto the dresser like a candy wrapper? Yeah, exactly. But after this video, you won't ignore it again. As the story unfolds into Act 2. The mystery of the 1995 P. Jefferson nickel's value becomes even more electrifying. This coin contains a dramatic mint error, an error that the public was never supposed to see. A striking misalignment combined with a die anomaly that elevated it from a simple nickel to an extraordinary piece of American minting history. It's the kind of error that shouldn't exist, but it does. And because so few were ever released, collectors view it like a once-in-a-generation discovery. Some call it a miracle. Others call it a glitch in time. But whatever you call it, the price speaks for itself. A jaw-dropping $987,000 on today's market. Now stay with me, because this is where the excitement turns into pure adrenaline. As more collectors and investors realize how rare this coin truly is, demand is exploding. And anytime demand spikes for something scarce, something nearly impossible to replace, values rise fast. Ask yourself this. How many 1995 P error nickels might still be hiding in old boxes, drawers, closets, coffee cans, or coin rolls sealed decades ago? How many people are unknowingly sitting on a fortune? The fear of missing out is very real, and for good reason. Each day someone finds one is another day someone else wishes they checked sooner. Another pattern interrupt for you. Imagine explaining to your friends that your retirement plan involves a nickel. That'll turn some heads at the barbecue. But the truth is powerful. Wealth doesn't always appear in shiny gold bars or investment portfolios. Sometimes, wealth jingles quietly inside an old cup in the kitchen. And if you're serious about creating that wealthy lifestyle you've dreamed of, the kind where you move with confidence, live with freedom, and make decisions from a place of abundance instead of fear, then understanding rare coins is one of the smartest moves you can make. Act 3 brings us into the transformation. Not the coin's transformation, but yours. Because knowledge without action changes nothing. But action, especially the kind you take today, can change everything. You now understand why the 1995 P. Jefferson nickel is one of the highest valued error coins in the country. You know its origin, its demand, its rarity, and its current value of $987,000. And more importantly, you know that fortunes are being discovered by people who simply take the time to look. So I challenge you, no, I invite you to start searching. Check your change. Check your old coin jars. Check the places you haven't looked in years. Because the difference between an ordinary day and an extraordinary one might be the moment your fingers touch that rare nickel. And if you're watching this because you want to build wealth, live abundantly, and step into a lifestyle defined by opportunity rather than limitation, then this moment is your turning point. One final pattern interrupt before we close. Imagine the phone call you'd make after finding $1 million nickel. Who's the first person you'd tell? Really picture it, because that moment could be real. The demand for rare coins is skyrocketing. Collectors are hungry. Auction houses are competitive. Wealth is shifting, and those who act quickly are the ones who reap the rewards. And somewhere out there, the next 1995 P. Jefferson nickel is waiting. Maybe it's waiting for you. Imagine waking up one morning and discovering that a tiny 5-cent coin you've ignored for decades could actually be worth nearly $1 million. Yes, a 1998 P. Jefferson nickel, the same kind you might have tossed in a drawer, dropped between couch cushions, or handed over for a cup of coffee, is now commanding a staggering market value of $984,000. The kind of number that doesn't just change your day, but changes your life. Right now, someone in America is holding this exact coin and has no idea that they're sitting on a fortune. And here's the scary part. That someone might be you. As you watch this video, your mind might be drifting to that old jar of coins in your closet or that small box of random change you inherited years ago. Maybe you've even thought about searching through them one day. But here's the truth you haven't been told. Every single day that passes, more rare coins like this vanish into the massive coin-sorting machines of banks, coin-counting kiosks, and high-volume cash circulation. People unknowingly trade away fortunes because they don't realize what they're holding. And the 1998 P-era nickel is one of those legendary treasures that the wealthy collectors are desperately hunting for before it disappears forever. Before we go deeper, let me ask you something unexpected to jolt your mind awake. Have you ever accidentally washed your pants with coins in the pockets and felt like a millionaire when you found them? Well, imagine doing that again. Except this time the coin you pull out is worth almost $1 million. If that visual didn't wake you up, check your pulse. Now let's step into the heart of this remarkable story. The 1998 P. Jefferson nickel error is not your average mint accident. This is the kind of mistake that transforms a simple metal disc into a high-demand collectible. Professional graders, private investors, and top-tier auction houses have been chasing this coin because of the extremely rare minting anomaly that only surfaced in a handful of examples. The moment collectors identified the error, the demand surged, and the price skyrocketed like a rocket with no intention of landing. What makes this even more electrifying is the uncertainty behind how many of these error nickels were actually released into circulation. Some experts say only a few. Others believe several might still be hiding in old coin jars, inherited collections, and dusty drawers across the country. And that mystery has created a frenzy. It's like the modern-day gold rush, except instead of swinging pickaxes, people are digging through their pockets. This is the moment where awareness becomes power, because ordinary people, just like you, have already struck life-changing wealth by identifying coins most Americans overlook. Every time someone sells a rare coin for 6 figures, it's a reminder that opportunity doesn't always knock loudly. Sometimes, it jingles quietly in your pocket. And let's interrupt your thoughts for a second with a humorous reality check. If your coin collection has been sitting untouched for 10 years, don't worry. The coins aren't offended. They're just waiting to pay your mortgage. Now, back to business. The 1998 P. Jefferson nickel error has reached a current market value of $984,000 because collectors view it as a once-in-a-generation mistake, a perfect storm of rarity, demand, and near-mythical status. As more people uncover the coin's existence, the competition intensifies, and that is creating a surge in value. Wealthy collectors don't hesitate. When they want a rare piece, they go all in. This brings us to the final act, where the question becomes not, does the coin exist? But do you have it? Because as long as these 1998 P-era nickels remain undiscovered, the possibility that one of them is in your home stays extremely real. And the fear of letting nearly $1 million slip through your fingers should ignite a fire under you right now. Time is your most valuable currency, and in the world of rare coins, hesitation is the enemy. Prices rise, demand grows, wealthy collectors move fast. And every day someone discovers a rare coin that transforms their financial reality forever. This is your moment to step into that possibility instead of watching others live it. Imagine paying off your home. Imagine starting that business you've been dreaming about. Imagine never worrying about. Imagine waking up one ordinary morning, reaching into a dusty drawer, and discovering that a tiny 5-cent coin, one you've overlooked for decades, could instantly unlock the kind of wealth most people only dream about. Now picture that exact coin selling for an extraordinary $962,000, transforming someone's quiet daily routine into a moment of overwhelming excitement, disbelief, and life-changing opportunity. Today, we're diving into the story of the 1998 D. Jefferson nickel error, one of the most lucrative modern-era coin mistakes ever discovered, and possibly still hiding in someone's change jar right now. And if you're thinking, come on, a nickel worth almost $1 million? Let me reassure you, yes, because the rarest treasures don't live behind guarded museum cases. They live in pockets, old coffee cans, and childhood piggy banks. In fact, if you're watching this video, you may already be within arm's reach of a small fortune. But before we continue, here's a quick pattern interrupt. Did you know Americans throw away, lose, or misplace over $62 million in coins every year? So if you've ever dropped change between your car seats, congratulations, you might be sitting on early retirement. Literally. Now, why is this particular coin so valuable? Why is the 1998 D. Jefferson nickel suddenly in the crosshairs of collectors, investors, and auction houses across the country? And more importantly, could you be the next person to cash in big? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and why time is running out to take advantage of this rapidly growing demand. The story of this coin begins at the Denver Mint in 1998, a year that should have been routine but instead produced one of the most profitable minting mistakes in modern U.S. history. The mint was running massive production numbers, and among the millions of coins that rolled off the presses, a microscopic but critical mechanical misalignment produced a handful of Jefferson nickels that would later change the lives of those lucky enough to spot them. These coins carry a unique error, subtle enough to go unnoticed by ordinary eyes, but unmistakable to trained collectors. A slight die shift, an imperfect strike, an anomaly in the portrait alignment. Details so minute they almost feel like the universe deliberately hid them inside a coin no one ever bothers to examine. But here's the twist. Scarcity breeds value. And because only a tiny number of these misstruck coins survived circulation in pristine condition, collectors now compete aggressively to own one. The demand for rare nickels has surged exponentially in the last 5 years. Investors tired of stock market volatility are turning to tangible, historic assets. Auction houses are reporting record bids. Private collectors are calling it a once-in-a-generation opportunity. And the 1998 D. Jefferson nickel error, now fetching prices up to $962,000, has become the crown jewel of this new wave of modern-era coin investment. To put this into perspective, a coin designed to be worth 5 cents has outperformed luxury cars, diamonds, gold bars, and even crypto in terms of ROI. That's the power of rarity, combined with timing. And right now, timing is everything. But here's where the rising urgency kicks in. As news spreads about this coin, collectors are scrambling to secure the remaining few. Every day, more coins are found, graded, and sealed into private collections, never to return to the open market. And once they're gone, which means the window for ordinary Americans to stumble into extraordinary wealth is closing fast. Now let's talk directly to you, the viewer who has stayed until this very moment. If you've watched this far, it means you're not just curious, you're searching for opportunity. Maybe you inherited a box of coins. Maybe you've got a jar of change collecting dust in your laundry room. Maybe you've always sensed that wealth is closer than it seems. This is your moment to act. Because every major success story begins with a decision. The person who discovered the first $1 million 1998 D nickel didn't have special training. They didn't have insider access. They simply had the courage to look. Imagine the excitement of finding that coin in your hands, the rush of adrenaline, the realization that you've just changed your financial future with a single discovery. Imagine telling your family that an ordinary nickel just paid off your mortgage, funded your retirement, or opened the door to the wealthy lifestyle you've always envisioned. And let me interrupt your attention with a little humor, because someone out there, right now, is watching this video while eating fast food, paying zero attention, and accidentally wiping a $962,000 coin with a napkin. Don't be that person. This is the part where your story could take a dramatic turn. If you have coins stored away, get them out. Examine them. Get them appraised. Because this 1998 D nickel isn't just another collectible. It's a reminder that abundance often hides in plain sight. Every coin tells a story, and some stories pay out far more than others. You deserve to be part of the winning chapter, part of the group of people who recognize value, take action, and refuse to let opportunity slip by. So today, right now, check your coins. Explore your drawers. Look through your collections. Because your future might be waiting inside a simple nickel that's worth nearly $1 million. And only those who believe in possibility ever get the chance to claim it. What if I told you that right now, in your own home, you might be sitting on a fortune worth nearly $1 million? And you don't even know it. Yes, I'm talking about a coin so rare, so extraordinary, that collectors across the country are willing to pay handsomely for just one glimpse. This is the story of the 1999 Jefferson nickel coin error, a coin that could change your life in ways you never imagined. Act 1. The hook and the emotional connection. Imagine this. You're cleaning out a drawer. A coin tumbles out of a forgotten jar. It's just a nickel, or so you think. But hidden in plain sight is an anomaly, a minting error so rare that it has collectors whispering its name with reverence. The 1999 Jefferson nickel error. In the numismatic world, errors aren't just mistakes, they are opportunities. Opportunities that have the potential to turn ordinary coin owners into instant millionaires. And make no mistake, this coin is in incredibly high demand right now. The market has spoken. The current estimated value is an astonishing $974,000. That's not a typo. $974,000 for a nickel. A single nickel. Yes, you heard me right. The coin your kid used to toss in a piggy bank could be your ticket to the lifestyle you've always dreamed about. The story, authority, and urgency. But why is this coin so valuable? The answer lies in rarity, history, and error. The 1999 Jefferson nickel error was produced at the Denver Mint, but only a select few bear the flaw that makes them unique. Collectors aren't just buying a coin. They're buying a story, a piece of American history, a tangible symbol of rarity in a world where true scarcity is priceless. Think about it. The coin's flaw, perhaps a double die, mistruck letters, or a missing detail, sets it apart from millions of ordinary nickels circulating across the country. And once a collector spots it, there's no turning back. The demand is instantaneous, fierce, and relentless. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to stumble upon fortunes while others pass them by unknowingly? This is not luck. It's awareness. Knowledge is power, and in the world of rare coins, knowing what you have is the first step toward unimaginable wealth. This coin doesn't wait. Each passing day without checking your collection could be a missed opportunity worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, fear can be a powerful motivator, but it can also be your guide if you act now. The resolution and call to action. Picture this. You finally realize that the coin in your hand, the one that seemed insignificant, could be worth almost $1 million. You reach out to a trusted dealer, a certified appraiser, and suddenly your life transforms. The 1999 Jefferson nickel error isn't just a coin. It's a testament to the potential hiding in plain sight, a reminder that sometimes, the things we overlook are the very things that can elevate our lives. But here's the truth. These coins are vanishing quickly. Collectors and investors are constantly hunting, and each coin that enters a collection today is one less opportunity for you tomorrow. Pattern interrupt. Slightly humorous pause. Think about it. Your neighbor might already be cashing in on what you're holding. Don't let that be your story. As you consider this, remember this. Rare coin collecting is not just a hobby. It's a strategic investment, and the 1999 Jefferson nickel error represents the pinnacle of that opportunity. A rare, coveted treasure that can command nearly $1 million in the right hands. If you own one, if you find one, or even suspect you have one, act immediately. The world is moving fast, and fortunes wait for no one. Take control of your wealth, claim the opportunities in front of you, and step into a life where your legacy is as tangible as the coin in your hand. This is more than a coin. This is your chance to change everything. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could transform your life in an instant. A small, seemingly ordinary 2006 Jefferson nickel, something you might overlook in your spare change, could actually be worth $953,000 today. Yes, nearly $1 million for a coin that most people casually toss into a jar. But here's the shocking truth. This is not just a collector's item. It's a rare error coin in extraordinarily high demand. And those who know, know. And those who don't, risk missing out forever. You see, the world of rare coins is not for the timid. It's for the savvy. For those who understand that hidden in everyday currency lies extraordinary value. And the 2006 Jefferson nickel error is the crown jewel of modern numismatics. Now, before you scoff and say, "It's just a nickel," let me ask you, Have you ever wished you could stumble upon something that instantly elevates your wealth, something almost magical in its rarity? That's exactly what we're talking about today. But beware, because coins like this don't linger on shelves. They vanish ISO. What makes the 2006 Jefferson nickel error so extraordinary? On the surface, it's a coin that commemorates Thomas Jefferson, a figure known for innovation and vision. But this coin carries a rare minting anomaly, an imperfection so unique that it instantly transforms a simple nickel into a six-figure treasure. Think of it as a secret signature from history itself, a whisper that says, "Only the lucky and the observant will see my true value." And here's where the story gets exciting. The 2006 Jefferson nickel error is exceedingly rare, with only a handful verified by top-grading experts. To put it simply, you are not just holding a coin. You are holding a piece of history that is invisible to most, coveted by the wealthy, and destined to appreciate in value over time. Can you imagine the thrill of discovering one in your own collection? Or finding it tucked away in an old jar of coins in your attic? It's like uncovering a hidden treasure chest in your own home. But don't let excitement blind you. The coin market is fast-moving, and opportunities like this disappear quickly. Every day, another error coin is snapped up by collectors willing to pay top dollar, and when you miss one, it may never come back. Here's a pattern interrupt. Have you ever wondered why your morning coffee costs $5, but a coin could be worth almost $1 million? It's the irony of life. Sometimes what seems trivial is actually priceless. Now, imagine the possibilities. This coin is not just a collector's item. It's a gateway to financial empowerment, a tangible asset that could redefine your wealth. In today's market, the 2006 Jefferson nickel error commands attention, prestige, and, yes, an extraordinary price tag of $953,000. But here's the secret. This is not just about money. It's about seizing a rare opportunity before it slips through your fingers. History rewards the bold, and in the world of rare coins, hesitation can cost you dearly. So, if you have even a hint of this nickel in your collection, or if the thought of owning something so rare and valuable excites you, now is the time to act. Experts, auction houses, and elite collectors are all searching for these coins, and every moment you wait, the competition grows fiercer. Imagine looking back a year from now and realizing that the coin sitting in your hand today could have been your ticket to nearly $1 million payday. Don't let it slip away. Remember, the 2006 Jefferson nickel error is more than metal. It's a symbol of opportunity, foresight, and the kind of rare fortune that only comes to those who pay attention. Treasure it, verify it, and take action. After all, in the rare coin world, fortune truly favors the bold, and today that could be you. Imagine holding a small piece of history in your hand, a coin that most people casually drop into their piggy banks, never knowing it could be worth nearly $1 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, for those who know where to look, that dream can be real. Today, we're diving into one of the most sought-after coin errors in American history, the 1986 Jefferson nickel error. This isn't just a coin. It's a ticket to legacy, wealth, and a story that will fascinate collectors worldwide. If you've ever wondered whether your old coins might be hiding a fortune, you need to hear this. Let's take a journey back to 1986. The United States Mint was churning out millions of Jefferson nickels, each one seemingly ordinary. But in the midst of these millions, a rare error occurred. A minting mistake, small, almost imperceptible, turned a common coin into an extraordinary treasure. The 1986 Jefferson nickel error is now considered one of the crown jewels for collectors. And here's the twist. Most people don't even realize their nickel could hold this secret power. While the average person spends a nickel without a second thought, savvy collectors and investors see opportunity. They see a story, a rarity, and a chance to own a piece of American history that could be worth $976,000 today. Think about it. That's more than the price of a luxury car, more than the cost of a dream vacation, all tucked into the palm of your hand. And here's a humorous thought. Next time you dig in your couch cushions for spare change, maybe don't laugh too hard at that lonely nickel. Could be your ticket to a fortune. Now, let's talk about why this coin isn't just valuable, it's highly sought after. Coin collectors across the globe are hunting for these rare errors, driving the demand through the roof. The fear of missing out is real here. Imagine being the person who discovers this coin in a jar of nickels, only to realize someone else scooped it up first. That's the kind of urgency we're talking about. And it's not just about money, it's about legacy. Owning a 1986 Jefferson nickel error isn't like owning a stock or a piece of gold. It's history in your hand, a story that you can tell, pass down, and cherish. For those who act quickly, this coin is an opportunity to secure a place among elite collectors, people who understand that the right coin at the right time can change your financial story forever. Pause for a moment and consider this. How often do you get the chance to turn a forgotten nickel into a six-figure or nearly million-dollar asset? It's rare, it's exciting, and it's real. Here's the fascinating part. The value of this coin isn't arbitrary. It's driven by rarity, condition, and the sheer thrill of discovery. Each error nickel tells a story of a moment in time, a mistake in production that somehow created extraordinary value. And here's a little secret. These coins are only going to become more desirable as collectors and investors realize what's at stake. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I know if I have one? That's where education comes in. Experts and graders look at mint marks, die errors, and subtle inconsistencies that separate a common coin from a treasure. And if you do happen to have one, the next step is connecting with the right buyers, the kind who understand the true value of history, rarity, and exclusivity. Imagine the excitement of selling a coin that people have been hunting for decades. Imagine the pride of being part of a select group of Americans who saw opportunity where others saw a nickel. And yes, imagine the thrill of turning a small, overlooked coin into $976,000. All because you recognized its worth before the crowd did. So, next time you hold a Jefferson nickel from 1986, don't just see a coin. See possibility, see history, see a rare opportunity that could redefine your wealth story. And remember, in the world of rare coins, timing is everything. The sooner you explore, the sooner you claim what could be rightfully yours. Don't let the next collector beat you to it. Your fortune might just be in the palm of your hand.